Welcome back to AM Northwest. The tastiest Italian dishes often benefit from constant stirring or hours of slow simmering, but not anymore. Here to share a recipe from her new cookbook, Instant Pot Italian, we welcome back to AM Northwest, Ivy Manning. Ivy, good to see you again. I think this is such a great idea. I got one of these a while back, and I used it twice and then stopped. I think I got intimidated by the whole thing, but you say it's pretty simple.
This recipe is 30 minutes, and I have 100 recipes in the book that are all just lickety-split, so...
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Now, this is an Italian dish, as you mentioned, because your book is all about Italian food. So what do we have in it?
We're going to start, it's all in one pot, so we're going to go penne. It's 12
Want me to
ounces.
put it in there?
Yeah.
There.
Sweet onions.
And you have no water in there right now.
Not yet.
Okay, sweet onions.
And so you don't even need to boil the pasta. It all goes into one pot. These
you don't
are
need to boil
cured.
the pasta. What are these?
Oil-cured olives.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They're just a little bit sweeter.
Okay.
And cherry tomatoes.
Oh, I love cherry tomatoes.
Yeah. And of course garlic. It is an Italian cookbook.
Right.
And it's totally up to you how much chili flakes. The recipe is a quarter teaspoon, but you know, just a little pinch.
Why do you love your Instant Pot?
I love it because it can do just about anything. This book, I have caponata, I've got stews, I've got big braises, a beautiful milk braised pork tenderloin.
Oh, wow.
And then I also figured out you can do cakes and you can do focaccia in it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Just about anything.
Okay.
So 3 tablespoons of olive oil.
Yeah, that looks about 3 tablespoons.
And you want to mix that up, and
I'll
that's going to coat the pasta so it won't stick together as much.
Okay.
A little bit of salt,
okay.
some pepper. And then here's the liquid. So 2 3/4 cup water, or you could use broth, chicken broth.
Is there any rule about how much liquid you need? Does it need to go to the top? Does it need to cover the pasta?
It doesn't need to completely cover the pasta. The cool thing about this is a pressure cooker, and it seals all of the moisture into it, so you're not getting any evaporation.
Did you have any mistakes along the way as you're putting these recipes together?
Yeah, there were a couple of like nopes. I have a whole folder of no, that's not.
What was the biggest mistake you made?
I think at first I added too much liquid, and I think that's a big beginner mistake. Because you're not getting any evaporation,
right?
It's all just in there, so you really don't need as much. And I discovered that a lot of meats add a lot of their own moisture. Chicken and roasts, you know, when they're cooking, they're letting go of moisture, and it's sort of cooking in its own juices.
Okay.
So here's the fun part. Now we're going to add tuna. These are fresh tuna steaks.
Oh, wow, they look good.
And they just happen to cook at the exact same time that dried pasta does. And I figured this out through trial and error.
Okay. I'm going to let you put that on, and I want to watch you do this because...
So I'll lock the lid on.
Lock the lid.
We're going to go 6 minutes, and low pressure this time, not high pressure, so that the pasta still has just a little bit of a bite. It's al dente still.
Okay.
And we let her go.
And with each of the recipes, you explain what to do with the Instant Pot, like low pressure, you mentioned 6 minutes, that kind of thing.
Right, and I have active time and total time. So, you know, the kids are crazy, you've got the barking dog, and you want dinner on the table. These recipes tell you exactly how many minutes it's going to take from start to finish, and I time myself.
What do we do with these guys?
This will set automatically. There's
you don't need to do anything?
Nope, I press start. It's coming up to pressure now. The new Ultra has a little screen that shows you what's happening inside the pot, which is fun. When the pin comes up, it'll beep, and then it counts back from 6 minutes.
Do you always need, when you make a recipe in this pot, do you always need some kind of starch? Like, do you need rice or pasta or something like that in there?
No, absolutely not. This is great for roasts, chicken thighs, any meat, anything, yeah.
Is there something you can't cook in there?
Really tender vegetables are tricky.
Okay.
Okay, so like the thinnest asparagus, you know, the stuff that's out right now, the pencil thin.
It's going to be too mushy probably,
yeah, it would just be blasted.
Okay.
That said, I have a really delicious zucchini soup, and you just blend it in the pot.
Wow.
It's delicious.
Okay.
So here's the final dish.
All right, yeah.
I just took it out, and I broke up the tuna into pieces, and we're going to add a little bit of lemon zest, and if you would please just tear the basil. You can chop it or tear.
Okay.
Italians tear.
Tear,
yeah.
Basil always adds a little fresh.
Yeah, a little freshness.
Smells good.
And when you're zesting the lemon, this is a little microplane zester. Be careful, because fingernail does not improve the pasta flavor.
I've done that. This is your favorite recipe, right?
This is my favorite recipe in the book, just because it's just, it's so Ligurian. It's very Genoa, where pesto's from. They eat a lot of seafood, and they eat seafood with pasta.
Oh, that looks so good.
And then, squeeze a lemon juice. And the neat thing about this one, too, with the weather getting warmer at some point.
Yeah.
It's
We're
coming.
waiting. We're waiting for it. Yeah, I hear you.
Theoretically, there's going to be summer.
Okay.
This is a great dish to bring to a picnic because it can be served warm or cold.
I didn't know that tuna was really an Italian.
Very much so, yes.
Okay.
It's Mediterranean
Gotta try this.
fish.
With a little bit of pasta. That's really good.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, and it's light.
That's why I love the Instant Pot.
Yeah.
I love what
my
it can
goodness,
do.
that's great. Okay, let me have another bite, sorry.
That has a pit in it. Look out.
Oh, that's good. The book again is called Instant Pot Italian. Ivy Manning, thank you so much. Appreciate
you.
it. We'll put the recipe on our website at KATU.com. And we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.